Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Plug Power, ticker symbol PLUG. And so I wanted to do a follow up on yesterday's video on Plug Power because I think I was, pretty wrong. And rather than waiting to see how things play out, maybe I end up being right later, I wanted to own it and follow up with a comment that somebody left me. Chris, shout out to you, pointing out that there might be an inverse head and shoulders pattern that we are, testing the neckline right now. So I wanted to draw that up for you guys. But before I do get into that, after we did see Plug rally over 10.5% today, closing at a price of $2.28. We got the move that we really needed. Even though I was calling for or suggesting that I thought this might be a bear flag and we get a break to the downside, I was wrong about that. But I think that it is good, to be cautious right now in the markets. I just think that there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, a lot of tensions and a lot of stuff going on economically with China. And I think that that could be affecting a lot of U.S. stocks. So I do think it is good to be cautious. And one thing that I did post on the channel is, I just post the VIX, the volatility index, that went up over 10% today, just like Plug Power. And so, that doesn't mean that we're going to see a big drop in the market, but it does mean that things are getting a little tense with the weekend. Maybe there's some news, maybe something happens in the world and we see a drop in prices of things. So I do think it is good, whether, super bullish or, mildly bullish. I think it is good to be cautious. And so for me, my cautious level with Plug Power is 175. If we do get a fake out, I could see it coming down to 175. So I just want to put that out there that, if in case, we get faked out and this doesn't go higher, this move does not play out, 175, I think that seems like a really good dip buying level. But, I want to talk about this optimistic post that I saw, the optimistic comment that pointed out something that seems totally valid to me. And so I'm just going to draw it up with you guys and do the measured move, which I think will correspond with a gap to the upside that we have not yet filled. And actually, before I do draw this, I want to point out this prior gap that has since been filled that was at $2.32. That was the closing price on August 1st. And so that is effectively the neckline, but I just wanted to draw a more, crystal clear neckline, how I would interpret it. And so I would draw that based on, basically the armpit here, the high from, let's see, that was August 19th, and then connect that to the pivot high from September 18th. So it's kind of an odd, switching of the dates. There we got 9/18 here and 8/19 there. So pretty interesting. Maybe some of you guys have fun with that. And so, yeah, I'm actually not going to lock that into place because I will move it in just a second, but I do want to make sure that those numbers are right. So 235 and 229. So 235 was the high on the 19th here, and on the 18th, the high was 229. So that does look like it's the neckline. I, for some reason, like to make my necklines thick and purple. And so, yeah, we can see here, there's this left shoulder here, head coming down here, and right shoulder that we just formed today with the massive green candle that we saw. And so what I can do, to kind of draw this out as a neckline going out all the way here, I just wanted to have it at that exact pivot point. And so I'm just going to connect it here, kind of arbitrary where it connects with that candle, but it doesn't really matter. We just need to see, like the cup here, the head, the other cup here, inverse head and shoulders pattern. So we got that there. I'm just going to lock that into place. And so now I can take a measurement going from the low, which looks like it was 160, up to where that neckline is. I'm just going to say right around, $2.31. And then wherever we break out from that neckline, that is where we get the measured move. We can see where price might be going to. And yeah, I think this looks super cool. It makes a lot of sense. That move going up to fill this gap here which if we adjust the y-axis there, we can see that the close on July 18th was at a price of $2.92. That measured move brings us up to right around $3 a share. Also, that being a psychological level. So I think that makes a lot of sense. But, like I had mentioned about the VIX, about, this being kind of a precarious time in the market, I've definitely seen a number of inverse head and shoulders patterns look beautiful like this, but them not play out. So while we are at the neckline here, we have not broken out yet. So what I would look for if this is to continue higher is consolidation right around current price, maybe coming down to this red line, which is around $2.20. We consolidate there, then we form a bull flag, and then from that we break out, we get this measured move up to around $3 a share. And so, for me personally, I feel really compelled by this. This seems like it's, just a very beautiful pattern that stands out, makes sense with the prior levels on the chart. That's what we need to be looking for with this. We need to be looking for things that make sense. This here, this bear flag, that was me being cautious. I did have a number of question marks in that title because I was not sure. And, that could still play out though. This could be a fake out move, get retail to think, oh, that this is an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and then some news breaks, markets pull back, and we see this pull back to 175. So whatever happens, I think it's good to have a plan for if price comes down to 175, or maybe it comes down to this orange level, 186, which was that low during earnings. So have plans for if we do come back to those levels, but also have a position that you're going to be happy with if it does launch up to $3 a share. I know that my position is larger than I had initially intended it to be, so I'm happy if we go higher. But it could also be a bigger position, so I'm happy if it goes lower, but I don't want to throw everything at a falling knife if we come down. I want to take measured, additions to my position, and for me, that additional level is going to be at 175, and a level that is a target is $3 or 292 here to fill that gap. So that is what I am looking forward to. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, but those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And again, shout out to Chris. Thanks a lot for that hopeful comment. I really appreciate it. Take care, you guys.